Final match of the day, NIP trying to cement themselves as the top 3 team in the region. Dignitas trying to take the spot the Gentlemates have vacated with their elimination from the tournament. CJ, you have got to be on the NIP bandwagon here, along with the rest.
We're all about the NIP. We are all about the NIP. Let's crack in, JB. We've gone game 6. We've had a couple of game 7s today, and I'm expecting another cracking series here. But NIP got to be the favourites. Although the fans, the chat vote, I see you guys, 53% for Dig. Get on board.
No, if Dig are going to win this, they're going to need to help each other out in defense a lot more than they did the last time that they were in the playoffs. This is already a great start for them, though. Jory is opening the scoring with a very simple touch over the top.
Yeah, it's a fantastic start. I mean, all the talk was about Nass. He's already had 1 assist on the board on the wrong team, though. Handed it on straight to Jorius, and that's top ends. Perfect start from him, who... You know, Joris, Johnny, I think everyone knows that he's pretty good in Swiss. Everyone talks about it. He probably gets, well, he definitely gets sick of everyone talking about his lack of playoff.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. I'm glad you said it. That's a great start for him, though. He can crack some curse and really just move past it.
Yeah, he's trying. I mean, he really is trying desperately to move past it, but more for a reason than just to break Joria's curse. They would much rather go through the upper brackets, a bit of an easier way into the top 6 than having to go into that losing side. That's where, well, you know, there's upside to losing, though. I do want to say it.
Yeah,
they're waiting there. They're waiting down there, so you could argue that that's who Dignitas most want to be. Oh, Buck just misses there. Oski narrowly getting to the ball in time. That could have been 2-0 Dig.
Yeah, you didn't want to be losing, but you could argue that, as you said, you know, you keep your own destiny in your own hands. If they do lose, play 100%, take them down and move into that top 4. But I don't know, would you rather play a K-Corp? Would you rather play a Vitality in that semi-final? The way that last series went, probably neither. They're both looking as good as each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to be a thought for Dig right now. That'll be just adequate copium if they do lose. That's what they can then think about after the fact. But as things stand, it's Dignitas, they're protecting their 1-goal lead pretty well here. You know, I mentioned earlier on, before they rudely scored and interrupted us, that they've got to help each other out in defense a lot more than they did in Event 1. It was mainly Stizzy getting alone left alone in defense and not making the right play. Jory is, oh, can he make it 2? Not quite, it's off the goal line from Nas.
He's trying to sandwich that one with the reset, but just could not get that 75% in. It might have been, but not all the way. 1-0 still for Dignitas, as you said, looking for that team aspect in defense. Certainly a lot of eyeballs were on Stizzy in that first event. And, you know, coming up against an NIP, this would be a massive scalp to take. NIP, we're pretty big on them. That's a fantastic shot. This is why, because Oski can just put in bullets like that.
Yeah, what a shot by Oski. Jorius was getting pressured by Itachi in net. He jumped over Itachi's bump and he couldn't recover before the shot arrived and crossed the goal line. So good timing there on the bump from Itachi. No recovery possible for Jorius.
Yeah, he did well to avoid the bump, but that's kind of something you got to be worried about as well. There was no boost for Itachi, and he almost got himself in too much trouble trying to avoid it. He might have been better off taking contact there, Jorius, but nonetheless, 1-1 NIP strike back. As we said, they're looking fantastic. You'd have to say, Johnny, that win over Vitality is looking even better now after how they played against K-Corp.
Oh, yeah. NIP having a great event so far. Top seed coming out of their group ahead of a Vitality who are playing at an incredibly high level right now. And this is just such a dangerous team to allow into the series in any way, shape, or form. Another thunderous strike from Itachi. This one is saved at the top shelf at the Dig goal.
And looking now as well, with particularly GK falling down early, this is just such a great opportunity for Dignitas. You're kind of only looking at 100% as that other team at the moment, at least, that could really trouble them. Obviously, we'll find out tomorrow if perhaps a start point could put their hand up. But right now, this is a great chance. NIP almost now to crack through their second. Dignitas, Johnny, since that first attack, have really been a lot of defense, and these demons are going through, and he doesn't even need to score it.
Oh no, it's Jorius.
Because Jorius says, I'll show you where to put it, Johnny.
I think he might have learned that from Cheats. He did play with Hunter at the Sports World Cup, who's got own goal of the season so far to his name, but Jorius has been taking notes. That was up there. That's probably
quality.
top 5.
It was a quality finish, really. I mean, you got to put some respect on the touch there, on the placement. But yeah, worst case scenario, Jorius, he scored the first goal for Dig, and he scored the third goal of the game as well. But for the wrong team, it's Nas now. Can they get one more? It's a beautiful pass across, but this time Itachi not quite reading what we were seeing.
Yeah, that was a really good pass by Nas. I mean, you got to be there for that in the back post, I reckon, because he was definitely telegraphing that one as best as he could. Nas, he didn't hit it too high. He didn't make it unplayable for once. It actually wasn't in the perfect spot.
Pre-jump.
Pre-jump. Jorius is just involved in absolutely everything right now. He can't make contact on that one.
Yeah, he's just attacking at both ends at the moment. He is seriously looking to score no matter what goal he finds. Nas throws it downfield, 50 seconds. Can Dig find their way back into this one? NIP with a freebie. It was pretty much open. Nas might have scored it, but anyway, Itachi now with the reset. Throws one more pre-jump from Stizzy. I might just walk it in. It's going to be Nas. And the Jorius own goal might not matter because NIP are putting the foot down.
So well played from Itachi, making it incredibly difficult for Stizzy to read what shot he's supposed to cover. Is he supposed to cover the immediate reset high? Is he supposed to cover the ground pitch low? Then he just 50s it perfectly towards Nas. Safe kickoff here for NIP. They are cruising in game one.
Yeah, similar sort of setup from Itachi that we saw in the top plays on the pre-show. He just really threatens so much and then basically does nothing. Sets it up for his teammates to walk it in for the tap in special. But 3-1, as you said, 20 seconds, looking pretty good for NIP. It was a disastrous start, but since then has been one-way traffic. 15 seconds, and they're looking to lock this one down. Keep it in the orange half. Dignitas, not the worst start from them, Johnny, but not able to get the chocolates in game one.
Yeah, they had a bit of misfortune with the Jorius own goal. But even without that own goal, they have been outplayed in the latter half of this game, and definitely the majority of this game. NIP are playing at the kind of Rocket League teams from the lowest level to the world-class level. At all levels, Rocket League is such a fast-paced game, it's easy to panic and easy to think that you've got less time than you actually do. So let's see, can Dignitas just calm it down a little bit and start to make the key touches. They're going to be necessary to even have a chance against NIP. That's one of them. Oh, what a save though. Point blank great stop from NIP in the opening second.
Yeah, it's classic Nas behaviour. Already a save on the board. 10 seconds into the game. Apparently Jack drops that one down, but he's straight to Oski. You can see Itachi get into work. He's got no boost, but looking for bumps. NIP trying to assert their dominance here in game two. After, I guess you could say a slow start, but I mean, Jorius just scored so quickly in that game number one. Ever since then, it has been all NIP. Dignitas just trying to find something, maybe a bit of composure to build some offense, but I feel like the majority of the game has been played in that orange half.
Yeah, it's good force there by Stizzy. Where's the follow-up though? Dignitas won't be punished too hard for that small opening they had in the midfield. Now a big chance. Jorius decides to boom it directly down the middle of the pitch. Oski was ready for it. In fact, more than that, he sets up Nas. His double tap denied by Stizzy. Now, I'm going to be interested to see if Dignitas can find those outlet passes instead of just booming the ball directly towards NIP.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Is that sort of a play you'd rather see Jack go for the solo? He's got sort of 70-80 boost rather than just kind of launch it downfield. This time he's gone for the same approach. And just keep launching it. Forget what I said. We're playing volleyball. Have Jack, first goal.
A genius launch of the ball by apparently Jack. Reverse takeoff aerial there for Oski, proven to be a bit too slow in the position. Well, you know, it doesn't always work. Most of the time you'd bank on a pro player saving a long shot like that one, but sometimes you just get a goal for free. And worst case scenario, they're in a compromised position, so it's never a bad idea, but that is rare. A rare miss.
You never know. You just never know. He's hit it at the exact same play. The first time he caught it and turned it nearly into a goal. The second time, Jack said, want to see me do it again? And Wolski wasn't ready that time. 1-0 Dig, almost a double from Jorius. It was blocked out this time near post. Jack keeping the pressure on for Dig. This is better from them. I like seeing the confidence, and well, Jack's not too worried about it. It's just going to nearly fall in. Stizzy back in time. He nearly went length of the pitch there. NIP, oh Johnny, we know how quickly they can fire back.
NIP, they are just such an organized offensive team. You know, whereas Dignitas have got the solo playability, I think NIP have got that, and they've also just got a more structured offense, in my opinion, at least from what we've seen so far. So the goals will inevitably come for them. Dignitas defense has been just a little bit shaky in RLCS this season. Oh, great bump. Apparently Jack with the dagger and this downwards quickly into the net. Now that was off of Stizzy's setup. He manages to get the ball middle and bumps Oski out the way.
Yeah, so much value from Stizzy. You can see just beat one, beat two. And getting the physical plays. As you said, it might be, you know, more unconventional than what we do see from NIP, but it's working now. 2 goals to the goal. Oh, off the kickoff almost. The strats coming through from NIP. I love the first touch from Itachi. Draws the double commit. Won't worry Jorius though. Half the game left. And Dig, the best possible response so far.
This is nice from Dignitas against Stizzy. Finding his teammate to the side of the pitch. How will Stizzy play this one? This is the kind of moment that you would get in trouble in the first regional, but this time he does so well. Buying time for Jack and Jorius to get back in position. Now they're called upon to do their part in the defense, and they both do. So this is more like it from Dignitas. This, you know, it's great to see them scoring at one end, but we need to see those kind of defensive sequences like that one.
There is a great wide shark. Gets a 50. Look at the demos coming through. NIP He's starting to really throw everything at him. The dribbles are way too good. Way too good. Itachi and Nash just cutting them to pieces off the demo. And Stizzy, he does not know where he's going.
Itachi slicing and dicing from one end of the pitch to the other. Completely leaving Stizzy in the dust there. And just like that, NIP are back within a goal. Dignitas have to stabilize. Have to hold on to this lead now. They lose this one, I think the whole series goes out the window.
And quickly he can turn. Stizzy will be feeling dizzy after that one app. Jack turning, 0 boost. He's actually going to leave it for Jora. Oh, this is interesting from Stizzy. A massive waste of boost if he doesn't connect, which he has not. Jack's up. Does really well now. Oski has to dodge demos. It's a great first touch from Jack. Can he get a shot on Nas back in time? They push him for their third, which will give them a little bit of breathing room. This is certainly a better approach. Stizzy off the backboard. No one there to defend it. Itachi's low. Nas goes across everyone. Front post from NIP, but no goal for Dig.
Minute to go. Back pass for Itachi. Whoa! It's just in the net! The communication's gone out the window. Stizzy with the goal credit. But it's Itachi with a own goal of the season contender.
And he just fully turns his brain off. Oski with 100 boost, but Itachi said, how about your own net with 0? Why is he flipped into it? What is he thinking?
Back pass.
3-1.
He just back pass, he comes and sends it.
He thought Gibbs was in net. Oski across with the pass with a shot, almost double save coming through. Dig now, 50 seconds. They've been handed this win. They just need to hang on for 45.
Up the ball's harmlessly bounced across the box. That's good news for Dignitas. Jorius is alone in defense for now, but Oski's boostless. Oski, even with no boost still, tricking Jorius into flying past it. Dignitas surely with the game win here. It's been gifted to them with that last goal. But earlier on, they definitely earned it. They did the lion's share of the work here. Oh, what a passing play. Oski can't really get too much fire on the shot. That might be it for Dignitas. One more clear should do it. They do get that hard clear they're looking for.
Yeah, just a clinical game from Dignitas in the end. 10 seconds left. Thank you very much to Itachi to secure that. But to Dig's credit, they did have the 2-1. It might actually be a run in the end if Oski doesn't get a touch on it. He will get the redirect. Stizzy's going to catch. Have some momentum going into the next game. But, well, after that game 1 and NIP looking in control.
Reliable, except for that one moment where he own goal. For the rest of the match, he's going to be really consistent, reliable, I'm sure. Keep on ticking along and let's see. Let's find out, will NIP just bounce back as we expect them to do? And how are Dignitas going to continue this momentum?
Somehow more own goals than an OCE regional, but here we are. Welcome to Europe and welcome to the playoffs. Stizzy, I'm going to catch this one. 20 boost to work with. He might be looking for a fake, but Oski's ready for it. He has to track back, trying to race to the corner boost. Oski's still on the ball. Stizzy, look at the control. I did really like the change-up, though, from Dignitas to the start of the second game as the demos comes through. They're looking certainly more calm than they were in game 1, Johnny. They're looking composed. I like it.
They are. That was a good start there from Stizzy. Here he goes again. Oh, I thought that was going to be contact from Itachi, but he just let it go through. Stizzy wasn't really ready for Itachi to let that one go through. Dignitas still have a big chance here. Stizzy leaves no doubt that that's going to find the back of the net. Absolutely slamming it home from close range.
A couple of times as well, NIP just hesitating, and it leads to poor 50s, and it leads to Stizzy with fantastic positioning, capitalising on that centered ball. First goal once again for Dignitas, and maybe the momentum off that own goal could play more of a factor than we first realised. It's a nice bump off the kickoff. Stizzy answers. Appjack with the pass back. It's a bit of chaos. The Dignitas coming out on top.
Yeah, Dignitas, you know, they've played that sequence pretty well. Almost creating another goal-scoring opportunity. A good defense out of Appjack. Making sure to stay goal side. Jory's just leaving the ball briefly. Running interference ahead of it. This is, like you mentioned, this is the best chance Dignitas are going to get. The best chance Jory is going to have in a while to win in the top 8, win in the playoffs of an RLCS regional. Because NIP don't look like themselves. This is an extremely strange performance from them. We've already seen some awkward touches, some whiffs, and we're only a minute and 30 seconds into this game.
You said it perfectly for Joris. I mean, he's already beaten Itachi with 2 OCE players. Now he's got apparently Jack and Stizzy. Surely he can get the job done. 3 minutes 20 on the clock. NIP looking a little bit rattled. They're not, it's certainly just a slower pace than we saw in game number 1. Trying to find their style again. Ammo comes through from Jack, but Nas, great control. Fantastic first touch. Gonna have low boost. Touchy underneath. The positioning's working out. Yeah, Digger playing this messy style, but it's really stunting this NIP offense as that 50 nearly finds its way in the net.
That just flew straight through the smoke towards the top corner. Luckily for Dignitas, it did not bounce in off the post. Stizzy getting involved again. Stizzy getting busy, I suppose, would have been a better way to say that, but we'll leave that one for later. It's halfway through the game, and Dignitas have still got control of the series.
I don't know if NIP really have worked out how to approach this Dignitas lineup. What are you watching? He's clearly back in time. Jory is up, flicks it across. Nas catches. It just feels, yeah, like Digger playing quite an awkward style, Johnny. Oh, that's probably it.
And it's in.
You were foreshadowing, of course.
Well, I've accidentally blessed them. It is eventually in, but I mean, they've left that exact play somewhat open a couple of times now. I'm a bit surprised to see that out of Dignitas. I mean, they will obviously want to force the initial touch, but that's not the dangerous stuff. The touch from Itachi there in the back corner is not the one you really need to be looking out for. It's the one that follows it. It's the shot on target that's going to come off of that pass. That's the one that they needed to also have somebody lined up to contest, but well worked from NIP. They're creating opportunities. That one had no response.
Yeah, it was a poor positional misplay there twice in a row, as you said, from Dig. We're looking to sharpen up now. As apparently Jack with the backwards takeoff. It's a nice catch with one over the top. If you found the dunk, perhaps it's no avail, but Dig's still ready for it. Jory's looking for the drop down too. Well, his old teammate and new teammate, apparently Jack, with the 50. That's right on the case. That's a nice dunk from Stizzy. NIP trying to pick up the pace in this game, but it still feels like Digger controlling this midfield.
It's good beat by Jack. Nas is just taking his time though. And he does so well. Just gluing the ball to the front end of his car. That's an awkward ceiling find, so Oski's got to be careful here. He does make sure this time to keep the ball in a safe position. Dignitas are not attacking too quickly into the back corner of NIP. They're clearly holding just a little bit back here, so they don't overcommit like they already did to concede.
Yeah, it's smart. The slower you attack, you feel like the slower it's going to go back the other way. Jack had a nice chance. Oski's going to be slow to this, maybe a low shot. You can see Jory's trying to get it underneath. Itachi scoops up the boost. Less than a minute left. Next goal wins. You'd think Itachi going to stick around. Oski going to throw that one. Not going to be on target though, and D were all ready for it, all three of them. Perhaps with an answerable bump. Jack flew himself, and now it's just going to be Stizzy last if they go quick. And Stizzy's right there. A change up from the aggression, and a big mistake. Jack free double tag. Jack with Jack with the goal. 2-1.
Dignitas take the lead again. Oski missed the back row clear. Low boost position. Could not get the touch that he needed. Could not get the touch that NIP needed. And again, it's Dignitas who punish the mistake. Great double by Jack. Now they get the kickoff to go their way though, NIP. Jorius is there and he's missed it. Well, they work out wonderfully. Nobody saw that miss coming.
Oh, Nas certainly wasn't ready for it, but all of NIP have boost. 25 seconds, need to find one. Oski's got to wait across. It's a great pass. Jack couldn't get there, but the rest of the Dig defense could. 20 seconds, Itachi with boost. They have to go now. Dig trying to get the lead in this series, which seemed unlikely after game one. Oski throws it across. Last chance now for NIP. Stizzy throws it down the line. Dig just want to hang on. Everyone get back.
Oh,
There's the musty flick. Attaching with oh goodness, they've let it go on the goal line. Ball still up. Oski over to Stizzy who clears. Down to Jorius. One more for good measure. Give us the double touch and he's put it down instead. Did get the win.
Well played, Stizzy.
You're only 2-1. There's still a lot of the series to go, but the way that Dig are playing, if they can just keep the foot down, keep focused, they could really take a huge scalp and move into that top 4 right now.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity, and it could just give them the confidence that they need. We mention it as a bit of a talking point that is becoming more and more relevant the closer they get to it. But Jorius could win a playoff series. He could do it, and this could be the team to help him.
Why would you say it?
I mean, it has to be said. I'm not a superstitious person. I'm sorry if you are a superstitious Dignitas fan.
I'm a little stitious.
Yeah, I'm just somewhere in the middle sort of stitious range myself. Just regular levels of stitious. But they're doing it. They're doing what they need to do, and it's not been his fault entirely. I mean, I don't think he's cursed. I don't think he's been the problem in a lot of the teams that have resulted in playoff losses for him. Oh, what a sneaky shot that is. That was almost on target from behind the pitch. Oh, it is almost again on target. Stizzy creatively creating an own goal opportunity for NIP. Genius on a day like today.
Absolute genius. It was nearly 50 back into Joris, who was floating with no boost, but well, NIP a little bit lucky there. They really overcommitted third, and that ball nearly just rolled straight in the net. Nas going to push forward. NIP, what did Snasky talk about in that timeout for this team? As you mentioned, Oski's topping the scoreboard, but it's not looking like the normal Oski. It's not looking like the statistical chart topper of Nas and Itachi's own goaling. So it's clearly all three of them not quite firing at the moment, but it only takes one timeout. It only takes one game for this team to hit their straps.
Jack covered in Stizzy there in defense. Always good to have backup for those awkward positions. Now a chance again for Dignitas to make something happen. Stizzy booms it into the backboard. Jack's up quickly. And Itachi's completely missed again. That's going to be a free shot for Jorius. Saved by Nas this time, but again, mistakes from NIP that they can't afford to keep making.
Yeah, it's lucky coverage from Nas, but look what it's done. He's got 0 boost now, and Oski's in an awkward spot, so Stizzy might be getting a free double tap.
No way.
He can hit it, but it's barred down and wide. Appjack's going to still boost. All from that one misplay from Itachi. They're still low-key NIP. You cannot afford to be doing this. And there's the shot. Nas with the save. Jorius almost with the skim. Dig are looking fantastic, even after the NIP timeout.
I think Dig can smell blood in the water right now. They know that they've got NIP on the ropes, and they're just trying to keep them there. They're trying to keep applying the pressure and force mistakes to happen. Jorius now with the mind game. 50s it down into the back corner. No boost in that back corner for Jack to seal, despite the fact that he's driven over it as if it was there. That's not the touch from Jorius. It's going to keep the attack going, but Jack manages to find a way to enter the play regardless. Composure by Stizzy there, but he's been dispossessed. Only 2 minutes and change left, and key touch in defense there to deflect a shot wide at the dig end.
Noski cuts it across Itachi for the touch, but they're not quite syncing up in offense, NIP, particularly from what we've witnessed, well, in Fridays and even in event number 1, but Itachi now with a chance. It's a nice reset. Jorius, very awkward on that one. Going to go for the backflip challenge. It has landed in Stizzy's lap with the early flick, and Jack so quick to follow it up, wins the 50. Dig looking to push forward. Jorius, third man, but with a lot of space off this side wall. He beats one. Can he get one more touch, perhaps on the Dunkanovsky? They are still low boost in defense here, Johnny.
Yeah, Digger all over them, and this whole game has really felt like just defense stimulator for NIP, and on a day like today where things have been going wrong, this is not where you want to be. Mistakes in this area of the pitch immediately result in goals more often than any other, of course. There's Zapchuk again. Couldn't get the boost steal. Oski secured it and kept the ball control as well. Chance for NIP to finally get going, but again, it amounts to nothing.
Yeah, this is important though for Dignitas. They're not overcommit. One counter-attack could be costly here. And sometimes you can be a little bit surprised with the boost usage. There it is. It's just one shot, and it's one play from Nas. Flicks it across to Oski, who does the rest.
And Jack just took a bit too long to get anything done in the back corner there. And how about that? You mentioned it right before it happened. The counter-attack from NIP was so quick, and Oski trusted Nas to do that as well. He moved upfield.
You can get a little bit surprised when you have that much pressure, JB, of just how much boost the other team has. You're thinking, surely they're low. We've been on attack for 4 minutes. And sure enough, Oski pushes downfield. He finds 100. Here's a chance for Jack. That shot was probably not even on target in the end, but Nas covers far post. Joris pushes forward with 0 boost. This game has quickly got out of Dignitas' hands. They have had so much pressure. It's about to be 30 seconds left. They need to find one. There's the flick. Shot wide. Oski with a chance. 30 on the clock. Dig. I don't know how they're behind, but they need to find something now.
Yeah, now's the time to step up and capitalize on this opportunity that they've got to seriously control their own destiny. Jory is off the back wall. Looking for the air dribble bump. Can't find it. Nas takes it away from him, puts it on target, and it's Nas who's taking over the game. Set up the counter-attack earlier, and now completely shuts down Jarius and scores a second.
It's just one of those games. It's like statistically, you look at all the numbers, all the stats, it doesn't make sense. You've got 3 shots for NIP, 2 goals. Dignitas with 7, couldn't get 1 on the board. But the 5 saves have been the difference. The counter-attack play, they've been patient, NIP, and they have played a solid game despite sitting in their net for 4 minutes. And they, off the timeout, have tied this series back up out of nowhere.
Like that, where you have 7 shots, 8 shots on no goals to show for it, and then suddenly the opponent score 1 counter-attack. It feels like you've been scammed, and that's how Dignitas are going to feel in this situation. They'll feel like that game has been taken away from them. But now they've got to go and prove that they are the deserving victors by righting what they'll consider to be a wrong in Game 5.
There's nothing worse than what these guys just witnessed. So much pressure, so much offense, but nothing on the scoreboard. 2-2 right now is into Acadome. That's Jack sitting forward, taking an Archie approach from a GK series. First man aggression as Oski's very low, needs a touchy to pre-flip, does well. Jack gonna stick around. It's a 50. Oh, this is nice. Jack can get the drop down. There the door is off. The beautiful dig link-up play, but the finish isn't there.
Yeah, the finish just, it wasn't as good as it should have been. The pass deserved a better finishing touch. I mean, credit to Joris, his initial pass was spot on as well. Both passes were hit perfectly as Dignitas continued to knock on the door, but fail to get through it.
Cole mentioned in the pre-show, the pre-match, just about the rankings of these side. You know, he does the NIP team stream, puts them at 3, and I just feel like the way this series has been played, the quality, it does feel, John, I don't know if you agree that K-Corp Vitality, those 2 teams, just are a level above in terms of, this is just, feels a bit slower and more methodical, but at the same time, a bit more awkward for both sides.
It has been a very awkward series, and Dignitas, I think, for the most part, have been the better team. Stizzy nearly opening the scoring with a flip reset. He's been, you know, fantastic for the last game. And apparently Jack, looking to continue as Stizzy started there, did get a boost seal on his exit of the half. You know, you don't get a prize for being the better team in a losing game. It's all about who wins at the end of the day, and that's what NIP did in Game 4. Dignitas continuing to attack, but fruitlessly, and how frustrating it must be to get so many opportunities to score, come so close to scoring so many times, but not actually get a goal.
Yeah, that's a great first touch from Joris. Itachi was just as ready though, and just becomes that question for Dignitas. They look almost unsure of when they really want to fully bite on a chance, when they really want to commit to it, or perhaps just, you know, keep that third man a little bit more passive, a little bit safer than perhaps they'd like. And you can just see them going through that thought process every time they attack. What a reset. Joris able to cover it with a beautiful double off the corner as well to get out of trouble. And look how quick Jack's on the scene. Zoski wants to throw this one across with a reset. Has Itachi waiting. It's a double himself instead.
Oh my goodness.
It's almost gone in the net.
Well, NIP are also coming very close to scoring here. Nas has been deadly with his outplay potential. Yeah, you know, Oski as well, he could just come online at any moment and 1v3 your team. Dignitas have to win this game, I feel, if they're going to win the series. They still very well could. Jory is with a backboard touch. Itachi keeps it in a safe position.
It just feels like both sides at the moment are still sort of playing within themselves, trying to not make any mistakes, not overcommit too much as Joris tries to find the 50. Nas does really well. Stizzy has to control this one with boost. Touch is going to wait for Oski to challenge third. There's a pop over the top of Jack off the corner straight to Itachi. 90 seconds, scoreless game, and it's been very low scoring. Dig, well, I don't know if that will be comfortable considering last game really just came down to 2 fatal mistakes from them. It's minute 20 now. There's a nice clear coming through, but Jorius right there to clean up. Stizzy throws it up. Does he get the first touch? No. Neither side really putting up quality chances, but it's a lot of possession at the moment for Dig.
Yeah, you know, these touches that are being made, they're somewhere between good setups and bad shots. I'm not sure, honestly, with some of the touches, if it's just a bad hit or a good setup for someone else, because the follow-ups are there, but there seems to be a little bit of power lacking in situations where you'd expect a booming touch to go high into the backboard and really apply some pressure. There's a good one by Jack. That's the kind of power you'd want in those situations, just to test the defender. Nas, of course, does pass the test, as you would expect. And now the ball's moving end to end as both teams look for that winning goal in regulation.
It could be right here. Oski's probably had to save his own shot to try and find the extra pass, but even before NIP, you can see how quickly they can find a hole. Dignitas looking more vulnerable. There's the reset from Oski, but Jack with 100 boost doesn't actually collect and doesn't catch it or control the ball. He's going to have to make another save. Stizzy helps him out as well. 15 seconds. Do we get OT here in game 5? Jorius is going to be 0 boost. Itachi's trying to control it. Does any team want to score is the question I'm going to ask, because so many safe plays are being played. He's here the last chance with a drop down. No. Ball still up. Oski throws it on net. Jack with 100. Brings this to overtime. I want to say, it's just funny gameplay at the moment.
It's a hard game to read. I mean, I feel like no player and no team is really in their comfort zone. They're not in the flow state right now. They're having to manually think about everything, but here's a chance. Nas with the reset to the backboard. Jorius collects it before it can bounce dangerously. You know, when everybody's having a hard time fully making the plays they want to make in the pitch, it makes life more difficult for the whole lobby. Everybody having a difficult time reading the game right now, I feel.
Yeah, it's just everyone feels like they're sort of stumbling their way around the pitch. Nas, can he get one more over the top? There's Oski. There's the shot. It's wide off the post. Jack with the collect. Can he turn it into a counter-attack down the other end? No, he's got no boost. Even these great chances, they're just slow enough that both teams are able to really stack the defense and get out of trouble.
It was Nas again for NIP there. The facilitator, the creator. Almost setting up that winning goal for Oski. I mean, he did his part. He got the ball past the entire defense. Some expert aerial control. Minute into overtime now. Dignitas are trying not to overextend. They want to attack, but they're afraid of the counter.
Have we seen a demo, a bumper play? Jorius free. Jorius calls game. No one on the backboard from NIP, and Jorius snipes.
Oski and Nas both lining up in the net there. Nobody jumping, nobody challenging. And Jorius does not miss.
Well, we've had a whole lot of sweeps in other events, but today is not the day for that. We're getting at least a game 6. Do we get another game 7? Do we get a third of the day? Or will it be Dignitas who just, sniped another chance? And it kind of feels like these guys play each other so much, Johnny, that they're afraid to play their normal style in a way. As they need to figure out some way to place it with some fluidity. This is a nice chance for Abjack with the bump coming through. Just going to walk it in. Stizzy getting aggressive.
That's a really smart play by Stizzy. Wasted no time. Forced Oski into the air. And Jack actually faked the pop there. Just popped the ball briefly and then took it back down again. That would have been almost impossible for Oski to save in the solo defensive position his team left him in.
Best case scenario, best possible start here from Dig. Just 30 seconds in to perhaps the final game here. Itachi, leave that one. Jack's been super consistent so far this series. One of the few to not have owned gold. Jorius can control this one. And by an own goaler, this Nas now puts it across, but he's handed it straight to Stizzy, who's trying to control it. Jorius just crept up and touched third man and finds a crucial pop.
Yeah, I love that the bar for consistency in this series for you has its own goal. That's something. Oh, where's the goal here though? How is that not gone in? Hustle threw it to the center, but NIP couldn't finish it.
I think Oski was playing goalkeeper for a second there. He caught himself in surprise how There was no one back. Joris now takes it up. Doesn't get it around Itachi, who throws it off the ceiling. Saves his flip because Nas is right there, but he's low boost. Oski just sits in front of the net, backflips. Does he get one more? He's going to fake it out for apparently Jack. The touch comes through. He's not able to control it either, but such low boost for NIP. You can see zeros across the board. Oski just with 30. Nas the only one with a full tank at the moment. Tachi scoops up that corner. It's a nice fake. Stizzy's too close though. He's just done everyone. What? Is anyone ready for Stizzy?
He's pranked absolutely everyone. I mean, I don't think any of those challenges were particularly good, but Stizzy, credit to him, he kept his cool with the entire NIP lineup throwing themselves towards him. He just stayed behind the ball and scored.
They just charged. It looked like for sure he was going to get demoed, but Stizzy said, someone call an ambulance, but not for me, and he's done all three. 3 minutes to go, 2 goals to the good of Dignitas. Nas looking to control it. NIP look a shadow of their former self. This is not the same team that took down Vitality yesterday.
I just have absolutely no idea where the defense was there for NIP. I mean, they were all there, but they weren't there at the same time. It's another goal for Stizzy. Once again, NIP have got everybody in defense, but they might as well not be there because Stizzy doesn't care. He's just going right through them.
They're attacking so slowly that NIP just have no idea how to combat it. That was the slowest air dribble from Joris that sent all three in the air. The 50 didn't come through, and Stizzy flexes his muscles. Great shot pinched with post and 2 cars out of the net.
Well, Dignitas, surely they've got it now. Surely Joris has got his playoff win. Can we say it with half the game to go, a 3-goal lead? Can Joris do it? Can Dignitas do it for Joris?
He's done it.
The curse might be broken right now. Apparently Jack with a huge save. Nas gonna try and keep that curse intact. Denied by the man himself.
You can just see his teammates getting wobbly at the thought of perhaps breaking the curse. It's got to take a monumental feat to hang on from here with 2 minutes left. Everything on the line. Joris to win a match on the line. You wouldn't read about it. Itachi with a shot. Stizzy in front of the net. Oski trying to keep it in. NIP do not have an attack unless it's that man Nas.
Well, Nas has been the main facilitator of their offense in the last 2 games. 2 games where they've struggled to get too much going in offense. They need to get a lot more in their favor if they are going to deny Joris that win, deny Dignitas the win that they as a team need, as they look to break into the top 4 in EU.
Joris throwing everything at this, just 90 seconds. They need a goal every 30 here, NIP. Itachi has been pretty quiet this series. All of NIP been quiet, but Oski's been too. And he has an open it. If he can wedge it in, somebody put it in. Nas is there. Who else? And they find their first.
Oh, Joris and Jack with a double commit there. And Jack just could not find any good position there. He's tripping on the goalpost as Nas puts it in the top corner. Surely it's not happening again. Surely Joris can't be this cursed.
He just couldn't find the motor skills to turn his car into a place that would get that ball out of trouble. Stizzy pre-jumps. Dignitas, just do it for Joris. Everyone wants to see him finally break the curse. Oski doesn't want it though. He tries to pop it over. Itachi!
This can't be happening.
Please!
There's absolutely no way. Oski with a huge play, setting up Itachi. And look how much time there is left. There's so much time for Dignitas to choke this. I mean, for NIP to clutch this.
3-0 up with 90 seconds on the clock. We've got 67. And off the kickoff. Nas with a shot. Apparently Jack trying to lift his good friend over the line. He needs to find something. Itachi, 55 seconds. NIP out of nowhere. They've woken up. Double commit. Dignitas, they're just hanging on, Johnny. There's 50 seconds left.
Surely, what a huge touch by Stizzy. That's massive. He's coming in huge for the team. After so many questions were asked about him, he's answering them all today. But now Oski coming out of the Joris and Stizzy with a great double commit to make the save.
It's like watching the 300 Spartans. They're just hanging on against all odds. Dignitas, they have to do it. Stizzy pops it up. NIP, they've got to go. They've got boost, they've got control. And Dignitas are parking their bus for this last 20 seconds.
Full-on defense by Dig, but one of them's been demoed. Stizzy's in the net alone. Another tough read, and he makes it again. That's outrageous. just, again, Sizzy, reading the bounce over his own head.
To rite of passage, 10 seconds, last chance. Oski takes it up. Can Jorius do it? They need to find the ground now on 0. It's a massive mistake. Itachi, apparently Jack. NIP trying to keep it up. Stizzy's right there. He's got full boost. This has to be it. There's no way they can score from here. Jorius get it down. He's done it. Dignitas top 4. Jorius first playoff win. NIP in the lower bracket.